Imagine a high schooler, desperate to save a love he believes is his destiny, embarking on a reckless journey that spirals into pure, unadulterated chaos. This isn't just a road trip, it's a coming-of-age odyssey, a hilarious and heartfelt dive into the depths of teenage angst, friendship, and the wild unpredictability of life. Welcome back, cinematic explorers, to Film Flicks Explored. Today, we're unraveling every twist and turn of The Reckless Road Trip, High School Escape, a movie that proves sometimes the best lessons are learned when you're breaking all the rules. Our story kicks off with Jeremy, a high school senior caught sexting in class, clearly consumed by his long-distance relationship with Samantha, or Sam, who's just started college. Principal Fisher, a no-nonsense authority figure, tries to impart some wisdom, albeit with his own colorful language, before assigning Jeremy a week of detention. We then meet the motley crew in driver's ed: Jeremy, the lovelorn protagonist, Aparna, a valedictorian with a solar car dream, Evie, the cynical, friendless girl, and Yoshi, the school's enigmatic drug dealer, all under the instruction of the eccentric substitute, Mr. Rivers, or Jesse, who's nursing mysterious arm injuries. Jeremy confesses his struggle with Sam being at Chapel Hill, feeling miserable and unable to stop thinking about her. Jesse offers some advice, suggesting change is constant and part of growing up, though Jeremy doesn't quite see it that way yet. Despite their differing personalities, the kids share a classroom, navigating both the rules of the road and the complexities of their senior year. Jesse, sensing Jeremy's long-distance relationship woes, warns him about the impending heartbreak, drawing from his own experiences. Evie, the driving student at the wheel, gets distracted reading a text from Sam to Jeremy, resulting in a minor fender bender, which Jesse comically calls a Carolina kiss. Back home, Jeremy's mom expresses concern over his detention and obsession with Sam, urging him not to let it ruin his life. Jeremy, however, is deeply in love, writing a script for Sam, convinced they'll shoot it over winter break. Later that night, Sam calls Jeremy, clearly intoxicated, from her dorm hallway. She struggles to articulate her feelings, mentioning her roommate's sexual escapades and the wild atmosphere of college life, before dropping the bombshell that their relationship is hopeless. Jeremy, heartbroken and confused, desperately suggests meeting for homecoming, but Sam refuses, leading him to a devastating realization: she's breaking up with him. The next morning, Jeremy, fueled by desperation, hijacks the driver's ed car, determined to drive to Chapel Hill and win Sam back. Aparna, Evie, and Yoshi are dragged along for the ride, initially horrified by Jeremy's impulsive decision, calling it psycho and desperate. Jeremy insists he's inspired rather than desperate, clinging to the idea that flowers are generic and his grand gesture is unique. Evie, ever the cynic, declares love is bullshit, reflecting her own jaded views on romance. Meanwhile, Principal Fisher, upon learning of the stolen car, initially wants to handle it without police involvement to protect his tenure. He enlists the help of his ex-partner, Officer Walsh, to discreetly track the kids using a spyware program on their phones, instructing her to look for a yellow Kia with driver's ed signs. Jeremy, momentarily separated from the group, calls his mom to invent an excuse for his disappearance, suggesting a manic episode. He then reveals the depth of his feelings for Sam, explaining how she inspires his filmmaking and creativity, convincing the others to join his mission. Despite their initial reluctance, Aparna, Evie, and Yoshi decide to join Jeremy, driven by a mix of friendship, boredom, and a desire for adventure. Aparna voices her fears about getting arrested and losing her MIT fellowship, but the others convince her to embrace the moment. On the road, the group discusses strategies for avoiding suspicion, including driving slightly over the speed limit. They narrowly avoid a police stop, prompting a moment of collective panic and relief. Back at school, Jesse reveals he has a spyware program from the dark web to track the kids, while Principal Fisher dismisses suspicions about Noah being Sam's new boyfriend. The kids realize they can be tracked by their phones and decide to decoy drop them. In a moment of combined panic and misunderstanding, they accidentally throw all their phones into a river, cutting off their digital leash but leaving them completely disconnected. Evie is particularly distraught about losing her phone, feeling naked without it, highlighting their generation's dependence on technology. Aparna, distracted by her ADD, crashes the car into nothing, causing a minor panic and forcing them to pull over. During their roadside break, the group discusses their parents' failed relationships and their cynical views on love, with Aparna declaring, "Nihil aeternum est, nothing lasts forever." Evie recounts being cheated on at 15, reinforcing her belief that people let each other down all the time. Yoshi, usually guarded, reveals the profound truth that his mother died, explaining his apathetic exterior. The group soon realizes they're almost out of gas, leading to a frantic search for a gas station. During the panic, Evie swerves to avoid an animal, thinking she hit it and broke its leg, only to discover it's a three-legged cat, which Yoshi heroically rescues and names Tripod. Yoshi's brave act of rescuing the cat, filmed by Jeremy, becomes a moment of bonding and unexpected heroism. Evie claims the cat, stating, "I really need this," showing her underlying need for connection and care. Out of gas, they hitchhike and are picked up by an eccentric, fur-clad couple, who turn out to be fur dealers. Jeremy discovers Yoshi had drugs all along, leading to a tense confrontation. The fur dealers offer bizarre commentary and even try to sell them a $1,200 coat, adding to the surreal journey. Evie and Jeremy reminisce about their childhood, revealing past embarrassments and insecurities, like Jeremy's forgotten Valentine's Day gesture to Evie and her perceived social hierarchy. Aparna apologizes to Yoshi for not knowing about his mother's death, realizing the impact of her past judgment. Yoshi explains that he's still smart but just don't really give a fuck about anything since his mom passed, showing his vulnerability. They are eventually picked up by Lo, a kind med student with a therapy dog named Gus, who offers them a ride to Chapel Hill. Aparna and Lo share an instant connection over their intelligence and shared values, with Lo being impressed by Aparna's knowledge of hybrid car ratings. Jessie, now tracking Officer Walsh, discovers she got into a tiny fender bender in his Porsche while pursuing the kids. Jesse, having re-evaluated his own life, questions Principal Fisher's harsh stance, advocating for the kids and asking, "What are we doing to these kids?" He convinces Fisher to call off the heat and let the kid shoot his shot, allowing Jeremy to pursue his love without police intervention. Close to Chapel Hill, the group gets lost trying to read a paper map, adding to the growing tension. Suddenly, Yoshi admits he's on mushrooms, having timed them wrong, leading to another wave of panic and a realization that he's been driving while tripping. Jeremy and the others frantically tell Yoshi to pull over, adding chaos to their already fraught journey. They are pulled over by Officer Walsh, who questions their speed. Jeremy tries to use Tripod's injury as an excuse, but Walsh is unconvinced. Walsh takes their fake IDs and leaves, creating a moment of dread. Yoshi then casually reveals he still has drugs in the car, having lied earlier, prompting another frantic escape from Walsh, who quickly realizes she's been duped. The car chase intensifies, becoming a thrilling and dangerous pursuit. They stumble into a chaotic drug deal, where two men, Terry and Paul, are engaged in a shootout. Terry, a dealer, jumps into their car, demanding Evie drive, turning their joyride into an unwitting getaway vehicle for a criminal. Officer Walsh arrives on the scene, apprehending Terry and demanding the kids step out. Jeremy, trying to de-escalate, explains it's a driver's ed car that we borrowed without permission, and they were trying to save his relationship. Walsh, in a surprising turn, lets them go, later revealing she was tipped off by Jesse and had a deal with Yoshi to keep him out of trouble. The group finally arrives at Chapel Hill, overwhelmed by the vibrant, unfamiliar college atmosphere, feeling like they've entered the Emerald City. Jeremy attempts to find Sam but is met with a cold shoulder from her roommate, Dakota, who dismisses him as creepy. At a frat party, the kids try to find Sam. Yoshi, still high, offers Aparna drugs, while Evie finds herself drawn to the vibrant energy. Jesse, the former instructor, has a surprising encounter with Officer Walsh, where she reveals his true talent for connecting with kids. Walsh tells Jesse he's really good with kids, despite his earlier self-doubt as a writer. Jeremy thanks his friends for joining him, acknowledging he could have done this without them, a testament to their newfound bond. He and Yoshi share a vulnerable moment, discussing their shared experience of grief and loss. The guys are denied entry to a party, leading to more antics as they try to get in. Yoshi, still tripping, gets punched in the groin during a chaotic moment, leading to more comedic absurdity. In a profound moment of self-discovery, Evie confesses to Aparna, "I think I like girls," marking a significant turning point in her character arc. Aparna, who went to the bathroom, encounters Lo again and has a moment of connection, feeling genuinely surprised and intrigued. Yoshi, making a drug delivery, bumps into Terry, the drug dealer from the earlier chase, showcasing the interconnectedness of their wild journey. Jeremy finally spots Sam, looking happy with another guy named Scooby, instantly crushing his hopes. Jeremy confronts Sam and Scooby, proclaiming himself as her boyfriend, leading to an awkward and tense conversation. Aparna, trying to help, reveals she saw a photo of Sam kissing Noah, adding to Jeremy's heartbreak, though Sam clarifies Noah is gay and not out. Sam and Jeremy share a bittersweet moment, admitting they miss each other, but the distance and new experiences have taken their toll. Scooby, in a moment of unexpected wisdom, shares his own experience with a long-distance college breakup, explaining the inevitable challenges. Jeremy, accepting the reality, tells Sam he's going to apply to NYU, embracing a new path for his filmmaking dreams. Sam, agreeing with the painful truth, states they need to not be what we were anymore, signaling the end of their relationship. In a final, tender moment, Jeremy tells Sam he loves her, accepting their parting. Later, Jeremy asks Evie to prom, marking a new beginning for their friendship and possibly something more. Officer Walsh and Jesse arrive, confirming that Joyride is over and taking the kids into custody, though not for long. Jesse and Walsh orchestrate a plan to protect the kids, framing Terry as the main culprit and allowing the students to go free, with Yoshi's help. The next morning, after a night of sleeping wherever they landed, the group reconvenes, reflecting on their wild adventure. Principal Fisher and Jesse give a press conference, spinning the story as a college visit by hero students, with Jesse boldly declaring caution is overrated and fortune favors the bold. Back home, Fisher, proud of their journey, asks Jeremy if it was worth it. Jeremy confirms, yeah, it was, validating the entire reckless trip. Jesse reveals he's no longer teaching driver's ed but is now their new guidance counselor, having found his true calling in helping kids navigate their futures. The kids, transformed by their adventure, realize they feel different and closer than ever before. They decide to make a movie together, a testament to their newfound bond and shared experience, with Tripod the Cat as their star. And that, cinematic adventurers, brings us to the end of our journey through The Reckless Road Trip, High School Escape. What a wild ride! From heartbreak to self-discovery, this film is a hilarious and surprisingly poignant look at what it means to grow up. If you loved this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and subscribe for more movie recaps and explanations. And let me know in the comments below, what was your favorite chaotic moment from this movie? Did Jeremy do the right thing by chasing his love? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.